Man, this menu has some weird names for food products. What are you going to get? You need anger management. Hello everyone, welcome to a parody of film theory. This video is dedicated to a strange, yet interesting, analog horror series called the Chimpy Chippa tapes, which was created by Spring Talk Pictures. Honestly, the series is pretty interesting and the lore of it is a little strange. So, in this video, we're going to focus on the characters that we see in this series as well as knowing what they have been up to. We learned that in episode 4, the person who broke into the Will Bill's warehouse in episode 2 was a man named Sylvester Rigby, who was married to a woman named Miranda Rigby. We also do learn that in episode 3, a woman who was pregnant was in the Chimpy diner, was holding everyone at gunpoint. We never knew who the woman was originally, but over time it was revealed that it was Miranda Rigby. Now this is where things start to get mysterious. Why did Miranda's husband in episode 2 decide to break into the warehouse in the first place? Well, there is a way to solve this, and that is through the dates that are shown in the episodes. We know that Miranda was in the diner on January 7th, 1984, and her husband broke into the warehouse on the 11th of October on the same year. So it's obvious to assume that Miranda was the first to die. The problem is that the demon that we know who is causing the trouble and is possessing the Chimpy robot is the one responsible for making Miranda kill herself. But why? Well, the thing is, this demon feeds off of negative energy and can only survive in places where negative energy resides. So it would make sense for this entity to possess Miranda, but why her of all people? Well, we have to remember that she was pregnant, so maybe she was feeling regret about having a kid, or maybe because she regretted marrying Sylvester. In episode 5, we see a couple who seems to be held by a piece of thread. This is most likely supposed to symbolize the relationship between Mr. and Mrs. Rigby after they got married and have had a kid. Either way, Miranda is dead because of the demon, so we then go to the grieving husband, Sylvester, completely devastated from the loss of his wife and unborn child. The logical reason to why he breaks into the Will Bill's warehouse is maybe because he wanted to destroy the Chimpy robot out of hate. I mean, it would make sense, I suppose. So we now know the sad story of the Rigby family, but we're not done yet. In episode 6, we see the Chimpy diner on fire. We then cut into the inside of the building where we hear the following message. So we learned that a priest was summoned to handle the paranormal activity happening in the diner, but it didn't work. The entity has become too powerful that it seemed that the only way to end it was by burning the place down. We learned that the exorcist has a daughter and his wife's name is Rose. In episode 3, that is the name of the 911 caller when Miranda was pointing her gun at people. We don't know who is the exorcist, but we do know one male character that has no name and has a daughter. In episode 1, there is a voice actor that is voicing the banned commercial that was supposed to be released, but was banned because of the Chimpy animatronic being, quote, too creepy. At the end of this banned commercial, the voice actor mentions he would never take his daughter to this location.
Look, I know you guys spent time on making this monkey thing, but has no one realised how fucking creepy it looks? Or is it just me? Because I can tell you right now, I'd never take my daughter to...
So it is most likely a good possible chance that the priest is the voice actor of this commercial. With the exorcist dead, it's hard to say to who's the one talking out loud about how burning the place down was the only way. So it's possible that it was Rose, because we also learned that the exorcist was also present in the diner during the shooting. And there's a chance that the voice actor in episode 1 may not be the exorcist. I honestly don't know. But I do have a good feeling that I got the story about the Rigby family correct. Currently, there is a game called Chimpy Chippas that does actually expand on the lore of this franchise. I honestly don't really know that much, but it's probably best that I'll let MatPat handle this and see if he could come up with a better theory or a better story than I could. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you guys so much for watching, and big shout out to Spring Talk Pictures for making this amazing analog horror series, as well as an amazing game to expand on the lore of his story. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.